Could we, would the council please come to order? We have some presentations, and we're going to start with those, but let me point out that this is a meeting of the City Council for the City of Los Angeles on the first day of May, 1998. There are 15 council districts in the city. The regular meeting days are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are currently being viewed by cable subscribers throughout the Los Angeles area on Channel 35, and we're also being monitored by council phones. So, Richard, you want to do it now, or you want to wait? Let's wait until the council. Okay, Mrs. Chick. Mrs. Chick for a presentation.
Yes, Mr. President and colleagues. It's a good way to start a Friday off by asking a 32-year city employee to join me at the podium, Harvey Ledesma from Building and Safety Department, and General Manager Andrew Adelman. Harvey began his city career actually with the Department of Airports as elevator mechanic. This is a man who's responsible, especially colleagues, now that we're here riding elevators up and down, not what we did over in City Hall actually too much. This is a man whom we should all thank because he's responsible in large part for our and our other employees and the public safety in our city elevators. He started in 1973 as a safety engineer, and then he promoted very quickly to senior elevator mechanic in still Department of Airports, and then promoted to his current position as Chief Safety Engineer Elevators in the Department of Building and Safety in April 1979. He has been a member of many professional organizations, and he was involved in the development of the elevator installation at the Getty Museum, the First Interstate Bank Building, and the Beverly Center. Not only being responsible for our city safety, but also for inspections of elevators in very important projects in the city. His loyalty, consistency in his work, and thorough job knowledge has made him an asset to the City of Los Angeles and has advanced the city's goals of improved safety and service to the citizens of Los Angeles. Therefore, be it resolved by adoption of this resolution that we hereby congratulate Harvey Ledesma upon his retirement after 32 years of loyal service to the City of Los Angeles, commend this public employee for his dedication in providing the best service possible to the citizens, and wish him and his wife Shirley, who's with him today, and his family the very best of luck and wonderful retirement years. Congratulations on behalf of all of us.
Thank you.
Here.
I'd just like to say thank you to the city for putting up with me for 32 years. It was 32 of my best years. I really enjoyed it, and I'd like to thank and introduce who was my trusted assistant, Lance Wong and Peter Callis, my assistants. They're in the back here somewhere. They're the ones that made me look good and enjoy my work. And I'd like to also thank our general manager and for giving me the opportunity to serve all these years. And now I hope to enjoy it, and like to present my wife too, Shirley, and my son Rick and his wife Iona, and my daughter Shayna. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'd like Mr. Adelman to stay up here and to ask Robert Laurie, who is a state California Energy Commissioner, to join us at the podium. And other of our top management in the Department of Building and Safety. Our Department of Building and Safety and many of its employees, as you remember, I believe last week, were honored here for the incredible work and dedication they did in terms of saving property and being out on 20-hour workdays and more during the El Nino problems. Today, they're being honored by the State Energy Commission for other outstanding work, and I would like to ask Commissioner Laurie, who is presenting the award, to explain it to us. Commissioner.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Chick. Mr. President, other members of the council, good morning. It is a pleasure to be here this morning. My name is Robert Laurie. I am a commissioner with the California Energy Commission, and in that capacity, I serve as presiding member of the Energy Efficiency Standards Committee. On a more personal note, I'm very pleased to be here because I've had the privilege of being raised in this, my hometown, having grown up within spitting distance of Gilmore Field and the La Brea tar pits. And although I've been gone for a while, I certainly consider this my home, and I am thus very honored to be here today to present to your Building and Safety Department, Mr. Adelman and his crew, what we call the ACES Award. Our ACES Award stands for Assuring Compliance with Energy Standards. In the 1980s, our state legislature determined that the Energy Commission should create energy efficiency standards. And we have done those. Those standards have been amended from time to time. We attempt not to do it too often so that those who must build become fully aware of what the new rules are going to be. But it is up to the local building departments to enforce those regulations. By providing this award, we acknowledge those who support the efficient use of energy in their communities and help create more energy efficient and comfortable homes and commercial buildings while reducing dependency on out-of-state energy sources. I should note that this cannot be done without the help and support of our state legislature. Certainly Senator Polanco and Speaker Villaraigosa have been very supportive, and the Energy Commission thanks those gentlemen and their staff. As to your department, I wish to acknowledge their fine and outstanding efforts. Specifically, your department has demonstrated a strong positive attitude towards California's energy efficiency building standards. Your department has a statewide, if not a national or perhaps even international reputation as a high-quality enforcement agency that encourages the use of less energy in both commercial and residential buildings. Your department has worked cooperatively with the Energy Commission staff and the LA Housing Authority on a $50 million multifamily low-income housing project. This innovative strategy has produced an energy-efficient design that will cut energy bills significantly while providing improved comfort for the project's residents. And finally, by the use of a comprehensive plan check and inspection procedure that have made compliance efforts extremely successful, the net effect is your folks have produced in an outstanding fashion. So, Councilmember Chick, Mr. Adelman, gentlemen behind me, on behalf of the state of California, on behalf of the California Energy Commission, I wish to say well done and present to you, sir, our ACES Award.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the Department of Building and Safety, it is an honor to receive this award. There are 800 hardworking men and women in the Department of Building and Safety, and they do a lot of good work. And I know on occasion there is times that there is one inspection or one issue that we don't handle it as well as we would like to, but there's a lot of good work being done in the Department of Building and Safety. Thank you, Energy Commission, for recognizing that, and thank you to the Council for supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Chick. Call the roll.
Alacon, Alatorre, Burnson, Chick, Fiore, Galante, Gober, Hernandez, Holden, Miskowski, Ridley, Thomas, DeVorny, Swax, Walters, Ferraro. 13 council members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Okay, the first order of business.
Approval of the minutes.
All right, Ms. Miskowski moves, Mr. Holden seconds. There's no objections, unanimous vote. The next item.
Salute to the flag.
All right, members and ladies and gentlemen, as it's customary, the first meeting of the month, we pledge our allegiance to our flag, and would everyone please stand? And I will have Mr. Alatorre, who is first meeting back since his surgery, to lead us into the pledge.
If everybody can just join me and say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Alatorre, and you're looking good, and we're very happy that you're back among us. The next item is a presentation by Mr. Alatorre, and
Thank you very much. Mr. President and members, before I make this presentation, I would like to just acknowledge some young ladies from high school that Antonio Villaraigosa, the speaker, he went to Roosevelt High School. And I know Mr. Bernstein's very happy because he's another alumnus of Roosevelt High School. But they are young ladies that won an award and are going to Sacramento, part of an essay contest of an organization called HOPE. It's a women's organization that promotes Hispanic women. They serve as mentors for young women in high school, junior high school, to basically show that they can be successful and the like. One of the projects that they have every year is a women's conference, and they include obviously students. The students that are here from Roosevelt High School were the winners of the essay contest that they work through my office, and we're going to be sending them to Sacramento to represent their high school, to represent our community. If they can please stand and be acknowledged, and the best of luck to you, and thank you once again. And Mr. President and members, you know, I couldn't think of a better way of coming back for the short period of time I'm going to be here until next week when we begin the deliberation of the budget, than to acknowledge a young man that, you know, I've, in a short period of time, seen him rise not only to get elected to the California State Legislature, but in 3 years to become the second most powerful member of that body and the second most powerful person in the state of California. And, you know, he probably best represents what I believe the politics and the career of politics and public service should be about. Is you start it, you get into it for a reason. And the reason that he got into it is because he believes that it is an honorable profession, that it is a vehicle to help people, to change the lives of people, and to effectuate and make the state, and in the case of Antonio, to make the state just a little bit better for the people that maybe have not been given the same opportunities that others have had, for people that are not represented in Sacramento and do not have a voice, but the only people that speak for them are people that feel very strongly about issues that are of concern to them. And that, to me, is what Antonio Villaraigosa is all about. And to me, it's an honor. It's an honor to present him to the members of the council, to recognize him here today. Because in the short period of time that he's been speaker, very quietly, he has done some very important things for this city and for this state. He is a person that believes in bringing people together, you know, irrespective of geography, irrespective of ethnic background, irrespective of gender, you name it. He is a person that likes to heal. He is a person that likes to bring and forge consensus. And he does it very skillfully. For such a short period of time that he's been in elected office, I think he has demonstrated his innate skills. And but the one thing I admire about him is that he came from, you know, to me, he's my speaker because he, not only is he my assemblyman, but more importantly, he is what I believe, you know, the career public service should be all about, because he's just a passion about things he believes in. He is a fighter in the best sense of the word, but he brings great honor and great dignity to the district I happen to represent, to the people I happen to represent. Let me present to you the Speaker of the California State Legislature, Antonio Villaraigosa. I let him take his picture.
I'll keep the speeches down to a minimum, but let me just say thank you to my friend Richard Alatorre. The one thing you understand in a term-limited environment is that in another era I'd be backbenching it somewhere. I wouldn't be the Speaker of the California Assembly. I'm here because of a little luck. I'm here because of a little tenacity. I'm here because people opened the door, and I can think of few people who have opened the door of opportunity for someone like me to be Speaker of the California Assembly, like Richard Alatorre. He was a trailblazer, a pioneer, and he's a big reason why I'm here today. I've had a lot of receptions over the last few months. I'm almost embarrassed by them, and some of you were coming up a few minutes ago and saying, this is my 5th one, do I get a little star? And of course you do, but is the answer. But let me just say that I'm very happy and proud to be here. I know that I'm a very, very fortunate person to be standing in this position, and that I have a great responsibility. And I think the responsibility that you and I share and is that we have a common affection and love for this great city, a common affection for California, and an understanding that this is the only place in the world where someone like me could grow up and be the Speaker of the California Assembly. And I think the responsibility we have to California and to Los Angeles is the responsibility of continuing to bring that message of hope and opportunity, of saying to everybody that this really is the microcosm of the world, the only place where all these communities have come together to kind of live together. And so thank you for spending a couple of moments to honor me. And I know that I have a big job, and that tomorrow you'll be knocking on my door and saying, what about Los Angeles? And the one thing I understand is that politics is local, and I do represent Los Angeles. I wasn't elected in Sacramento. I was elected in Hollywood, Echo Park, Silver Lake, Boyle Heights, Eagle Rock, and the communities in the heart of Los Angeles. And so I'm committed to you and to working with you, and excited about the prospect of I live in Mount Washington, right? Mount Washington as well, to all of you on that channel, that city channel. So I want to thank you for having this small reception this morning. And Richard, you're a friend, you're a colleague, and someone that I care very deeply for. And thank you all for honoring me today. Thank you so much.
Speaker, we're honored to have you in our council chamber, and we look forward to working with you for issues that are very important to the city of Los Angeles and Sacramento. So with that, I will call upon Mrs. Walters for a presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. while I'm at this microphone and the speaker is still here, let me express my congratulations to him for being elected speaker. First, for being elected from the communities that he was, and second, for being elected speaker. And I've had the pleasure of knowing him for a number of years, and I know of his dedication and commitment to issues that will make California a better place. And so I'm delighted that he is speaker and delighted to have him in our presence this morning. Council members, I have a very, very special presentation to make this morning, and it's to some veterans of World War II who served under very special circumstances and deserve to be honored. And first, I'm going to ask those who are present, I'm going to call their names from the list that I have, everyone who is here, just to stand in place where you are. Victor Abe, Tetsu Sato, Sam Fujikawa, George Fujimori, Young Oh Kim, Rusty Kimura, Duke Ogawa, Dorothy Ogawa, Ted O'Hara, Deborah Nishinaka Skelton, Sumi Sakai, Don Sakai, Frank Sato, Hitoshi Sarnashima, Ben Tagami, Al Takahashi, Mike Takamine, Kathy Tanaka, Kiyo Yamadi, Mitzi Yamadi, Hank Yoshitake, Tad Tokuda, George Ishihara, Dave Kawagoe, Christine Sato. I'm going to ask Colonel Kim if he would come to the podium with me. This is, Mr. President and members, I want to share a significant date in our history with you as we honor these men. And that date is April 5th. It was on this date in 1942, April 5th, that the first group of Japanese American internees were sent to a U.S. relocation camp. It was on this date in 1945 that the 100th 442nd Regiment's combat team of the 92nd Infantry Division, assigned to the 5th Army 4 Corps, launched an attack on German strongholds chiseled into the marble cliffs of the Apennines that brought the war in Italy to a close. It was on the same date and in the same battle that Private First Class Sadao S. Munimori, an assistant squad leader in Company A, was killed in the course of saving others' lives. By presidential order, Private Munimori was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor and is the only Japanese American who served in World War II to receive this great tribute. And it was on this date in 1998, just 3 weeks ago, that the groundbreaking took place for the 100th 442nd MIS World War II Memorial. In commemoration of the heroic role of the World War II Nisei veterans, the 100th 442nd MIS World War II Memorial Foundation held the official groundbreaking ceremony on Sunday, April 5th for the Gopher Brook Monument, which will serve as a lasting reminder that no American should ever again be deprived of civil liberties because of race or ethnicity. It will be the first monument of its kind in the United States. And council members, bear in mind that these men were interned and came out of internment camps and fought for these United States while their families were still being interned at home. During the war, the members of the 442nd Regimental Combat Team adopted as their unit motto, "Go for broke," an old gambling term for going all out or risking everything. Hawaii's U.S. Senator Daniel K. Inouye, who was a member of the 442nd, writes in his book, Journey to Washington, that go for broke meant giving everything we had, jabbing every bayonet dummy as though it were the enemy himself, scrambling over an obstacle course as though our lives depended on it, marching quick time until we were ready to drop, and then breaking into a trot. Later in the combat, the phrase became the Nice's battle cry. Come on, you guys, go for broke. So it is with great pleasure that I present the 100th 442nd MIS World War II Memorial Foundation this resolution in honor of their service to the United States and in recognition of their devotion to their American countrymen, both in and out of uniform, who served our country so well. And Colonel Kim, it's a real pleasure to present this to you and honor you and the men for the very fine work you not only did in the war, but to keep this alive and make all of us as Americans and generations after us aware of the great sacrifice that all of you endured.
Before you start, Mr. Holden wants to speak, and Mrs. Chick, Mr. Galanter.
Could Colonel Kim speak first, Mr. President?
Sure. I don't think the other one's necessary.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the City Council of the City of Los Angeles. It was your vote and your motion that gave the land to be able to put this monument. It will anchor the eastern arm of the future Paseo that is going to be built from here to Little Tokyo. And this monument will be a historical as well as a cultural and an educational instrument that will remind everybody that America is for all of us. Thank you very much.
Mr. Holden for a brief remark.
Yes, I certainly want to join with Ms. Walters and each and every one of you in commending the men, brave men of 442nd Battalion. They fought in Italy, Mr. President, and the most decorated battalion in the history of World War II, which also should be noted. And the theory, go for broke, I guess, brought that all about in your courageous efforts to fight off the enemy and let the people know of the world that you're just as much Americans as any other American who fought to protect our safety and security. One person who's not here today, Mr. President, who would be here, is a gentleman I work with, Mas Fukai, who fought in the 442nd, who became ill, and you all know that. He had a big ceremony last night where he's retiring from the Gardena City Council, having worked for many years for Supervisor Hahn as his chief of staff. And so I'm sure Moss would like to have been here, but I want you to know that he's doing well. When you left the area between Laverno and Pisa, where you were stationed, you remember that session? The outfit that moved in was the 90th Military Police Company, and I was very pleased to be part of that outfit and was told about how well you did in that area. Congratulations once again. God bless.
Mrs. Chick.
First, I wanted to thank our colleague, Councilmember Walters, for telling the story in such a beautiful way and pointing out to us all what we need to remember. I wish that we all learned more from history than what we do, but the phrase never forget is very applicable here, and I think all Americans now and in the future need to hear your story so that we put it on our brain and try to never, ever repeat the kinds of mistakes that Mrs. Walters talked about in terms of taking away people's liberties and rights and taking away respect. I've seen renderings of the monument. It's absolutely beautiful. It will be a great addition to our city. Thank you.
Of course, I want to join with my colleagues, but I also wanted to, the reason I asked to speak is because it was my honor to carry the council motion that provided the land at Manzanar so that we would never forget. We would be able to take people there, and I know that there is a pilgrimage every spring to see, and I hope from now on it will be to see the changes that have been made there. And I want to urge all of you who've never been to go and see it. There is nothing like seeing how remote Manzanar is from the major cities of California to remind us what a terrible thing we did and that we really must never do it again.
Ms. Goldberg?
I also just want to join my colleagues in this honoring, but also to remind people that it took California about 20 years of struggle to just get into the U.S. history books that this even occurred, that the internment even occurred. I was teaching and had to purchase materials that were beyond what was in the textbook because the textbook did not mention it. And it was not until John Coe and John Hope Franklin did a textbook, which is no longer in use in this state, that the internment issue was even mentioned in the United States history books in the California classroom. So we not only do things sometimes that we need to never forget, but we need to find a way to make sure that it's even taught. That people who did not grow up, there are generations of Californians today who do not know yet that this internment took place. And that is something all of us can do something about. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Walters, and again, I agree that you did a beautiful job in honoring these men. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, colleagues. And most of all, thanks to these gentlemen.
Mr. Bernson for a presentation. Oh, he's got a lot of them.
If I could have the members from the Sanitation Department who are being honored today to come forward, please, join me. William Tabo, Stanley Griggs, please join me here, if you're here. Gilbert Palomares, you're all here. Okay, very good. We're usually out of order too, so it's okay. Well, first of all, I'm not going. I think these all deal with the same incident, don't they? Correct. Yeah. So I'm just going to read one of them, but I'm going to recognize all the names. An incident occurred that involved the sanitation department in assisting a situation where a woman. Well, I'll read the resolution. This particular one is for William Tabo, but it basically deals with all the individuals here. Whereas William Tabo, refuse collection supervisor, and his co-workers are being honored this day for their exceptional bravery, exemplary performance, and quick judgment. Whereas on March 23, 1998, while working for the City of Los Angeles Department of Public Works, Department of Sanitation, William Tabo and his co-workers were approached by a woman who frantically explained to them that her home was being burglarized by 3 teenagers. William Tabo and his co-workers observed the 3 suspects exiting the home with stolen property. One of the suspects jumped into a van parked in front of the victim's home, while the other 2, spotting the city workers, left the scene on foot. Whereas 2 of the city workers pursued the 2 suspects on foot, while the other city workers positioned the sanitation trucks around the suspect's van, blocking his escape until the arrival of the LAPD. The whereabouts of the other 2 suspects and location of the stolen property was relayed to the officers upon the return of the workers who had pursued them. The quick thinking and action of the Bureau of Sanitation T-men this day was above and beyond the call of duty, resulting in the apprehension of 3 criminal predators and contributing to the safety of the citizens of Los Angeles. Now therefore be it resolved by the adoption of this resolution, The Los Angeles City Council joins with the LAPD in commending and thanking William Tabo and the others who I'll name as I pass out these certificates for their courageous action, personal commitment to the community, and hereby wish them long, happy, and successful future. I just want to add, aside from what this is just one example that shows of the dedication of the employees, not just of the sanitation department, but of the city workforce, to the safety and welfare of our city. And I want to personally, besides this action, I want to personally thank each one of you for not only your commitment, but risking the possibility of some injury to yourself if they had been armed or whatever the case was. And it just shows that you went way, way beyond anything that would normally be expected, and we're deeply gratified to you for that. So first, William Tabo. Present that to you. We'll get another picture in a minute. We'll get a picture all together. Stanley Griggs, he's not here. Will you take this for him? Sure. Okay. Gilbert Palomares. Gilbert, congratulations. Okay. Rick Fisher. Rick. Randy Torres. Randy, thank you. Congratulations. And last but not least, James Gillette. Pronounce that correct? Yeah. Thank you very much. Would one of you, would you like to say a word on behalf of anybody? Come on. Just say thanks or whatever you want to say.
I'd like to thank the city council members and the city of Los Angeles. I think that being a city employee is an honor, and the work that we do, I feel, is very important, and it encompasses more than just collecting, recycling and the trash, etc. I think that anytime that there's a need to help a citizen, that we should be there as city employees to do whatever we can do for our residents that live out there. And I'd just like to again say that the men and women that I work with are the finest, and they work hard, they do a great job, and I think that this is just an example of what type of employees the city hires. Thank you.
Besides this, they also do a great job at what they do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burnson. Mr. Alarcon for a presentation.
Yeah, I can. Think higher of me now, won't you? We saved a lot of money, and now you know where it's all going.
Council members, I have two presentations. Actually, Mr. Wax, would you like to join me on this one? I'm sure you would. I actually had planned to do this presentation at the Lakeview Terrace meeting. Unfortunately, Angie had to get back to work, so I wasn't able to do it. She was there for a time. As all of you know, we have some tremendous senior lead officers in the city of Los Angeles who are out there not only enforcing the law, but really helping to organize the communities to empower them to be able to spot where problems occur in their communities and to be able to solve those problems by helping to organize the community. Well, Angie Ramirez is the senior lead officer in the Northeast San Fernando Valley communities that include Lakeview Terrace, Sunland, Shadow Hills. She's worked very closely with both Councilmember Wax staff and my staff to improve the conditions, but also to seize the opportunity to support the tremendous proactive nature of the communities of Lakeview Terrace. From my perspective, one of the most proactive communities in the city in dealing with community problems. She's moving on. She left Foothill in April. And she's now promoted to the position of detective. Congratulations. She's a detective out of the Wilshire Division, has been a member of LAPD for a little over 10 years. She was assigned to the Foothill Division in March 1992, and while there she worked patrol for several years and received numerous commendations for outstanding arrests, observations, and tactics. During this time period, she received an award for Outstanding Officer of the Quarter and was nominated for Outstanding Female Officer of the Year. In March 1997, she was promoted to the position of Senior Lead Officer. In this capacity, she worked with my office and of course, Councilmember Wax's office in the communities of Lakeview Terrace, as I mentioned, Sunland and Shadow Hills, to ensure the quality of life issues were addressed and worked on. She built a solid partnership by coordinating with her fellow officers and community organizations. These community organizations include the following: the Sunland Tahunga Chamber of Commerce, the Lakeview Terrace Improvement Association, the Lakeview Terrace Renegades Neighborhood Watch, the Lakeview Terrace Homeowners Association, and numerous others. Detective Ramirez is a fine officer, and she is highly respected by all who have had the opportunity to work with her. I have a note here that, for whatever it's worth, she's a rabid supporter of John Elway and the Denver Broncos, also a former Valley Star. It is my pleasure to present this certificate of appreciation to Senior Lead Officer Angie Ramirez. We want to wish her well. As you can see, she's on a fast track. I think she's going to move through the ranks of detective expeditiously, and who knows where she's going to continue her career. But I just know that people like this, people who work so well with the community, have a very good bond with the community, and who promote the ideas of solving crime in the community so effectively. They're going to do well, and Senior Lead Officer Angie Ramirez did a great job. Detective Angie Ramirez, I know, is going to do equally or better. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to receive this certificate of appreciation. Although I was recently promoted to the position of detective, I'm definitely going to miss being a senior lead officer. I've shared a number of experiences and memories with the communities of Lakeview Terrace, Sunland, and Shadow Hills, and I would like to publicly thank the community members who worked so very hard with me and put in a great deal of hard work and effort to make Los Angeles a greater place to live. And I would like them to know that the experiences that I've shared with them have made a great impact, or I should say a positive impact, on my personal life and my, a career as a Los Angeles police detective. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Now, it's also my pleasure to do a presentation on another kind of celebration. We've been reading a lot about the decathlons lately, the academic decathlons that are going on. So I wanted to make sure that we recognize a team that has done outstanding from my council district, Alamany High School. Can I have all the students from Alamany who participated in the academic decathlon? During this time of the year, we are so proud of so many high schools from the Los Angeles area who do well. And we want to make sure that we give every single one of them credit and congratulations for their hard work. I think a lot of people think this is like a spelling bee. It's not. It's a lot of hard work. They're dedicated quite often for years. They devote to this endeavor, spending numerous hours of Saturdays, Sundays, after school, lunchtime, doing testing and quizzes and things that I would have never been able to compete in. But they are committed because they want to achieve academic excellence. They want to be models for others to strive to achieve that kind of ability. The one thing I also want to share is and we kind of gloss over it when we look at the stories about academic decathlons. It's been a long time since they had the kind of where just the smart kids could participate. All these kids are certainly smart, but before it used to be you had to have like a straight A grade point average and all of that. But now they've worked hard to create more equity in the process to give kids who can advance themselves or demonstrate their talent to do debate and quiz the kinds of activities and learn great amounts of knowledge, but for whatever reasons had found themselves with less than a straight A. So now you have academic decathlon teams that are much more representative of the United States in general. And so it's very much a pleasure for me to recognize Alemany High School. They won the 1998 regional championship, and they won the bronze medal at the state finals. So we want to give them this congratulations for their tremendous hard work and their tremendous accomplishment. This is not the first time Alemany High School has received similar accolades for their academic decathlon program, but we want to salute them every time they have this kind of success, certainly. So I want to present this to the team. I'm looking as I'm scrambling for the coaches. Okay, here they are. I want to recognize each and every coach. First of all, Janie Prucha, the coach, Sharon Vinoff, coach, Ryan Cortina. Is Ryan here? He's back there. Wait, Ryan. Okay. And we have John Sitko, assistant coach. He's not here today. But I want to present, should I present this to Janie, the coach? I also want to mention each of the competitors. Walter Richter, regional competition, 5 gold, 2 silver in the regionals. State finals, 2 silvers, 2 gold. Ryan Sango, I'm going to read fast so that we can get all of these recognitions in. Regional competition, 2 gold, 4 silver. State finals, 1 silver, 1 gold. Brian Van Dyke, regional competition, 4 bronze. State finals, 1 bronze. Michael Pomeroy, regional competition, 3 gold, 4 silver, 1 bronze. State finals, 1 bronze, 1 gold. Alex Rivas, regional competition, 4 gold, 4 silver, 1 bronze. State finals, 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Gabriela Alexi, regional competition, 1 silver. Sarah Goyak, regional competition, 5 gold, 2 silver. State finals, 1 silver, 2 bronze. Richard Abi Habib, regional competition, 1 gold, 1 silver. Tiana McClanahan, regional competition, 1 gold. Stephen Bush was one of the competitors. Christina Ortega also competed in the regional competition. Congratulations to all of you on your tremendous success. And I'd like to present to you Janie Prucha, the coach of the Alemany Academic Decathlon team. Congratulations.
As is the tradition of the academic decathlon, I'd like the students to do the speaking for us, so if I could introduce Mr. Michael Pomeroy to speak for the team.
On behalf of the team, I'd just like to thank the City Council and the community for the opportunity to represent our fine community, and it's been an honor and a pleasure, and I can't say enough in thanks. Thank you very much.
Before you, Mr. Burnson would like to say something.
Basically, a lot of the kids that go to Alemany also live in my district as well as Mr. Alarcon's. I just want to congratulate you and thank you very much for your participation, and you did a great job. Thank you.
Is there anything else you need for your desk?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I'll let you know. Thank you, Mr. Alarcon. Yeah, Mrs. Misakowski for an introduction.
I'd just like to introduce today 2 more students who are with us from Louisville High School in the 11th Council District, and I'd like to introduce to you Julie Jacoby and Caitlin Ferrara. And they are here on participating in part of the Shadow program at Louisville High School. And in that program, the students choose someone in a career that they are interested in. And both Caitlin and Julie are interested in government and in politics and in elected office. So they are here to spend the day watching someone and participating in the LA City Council.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to meet them earlier, and they
Terrific.
I liked especially the one in the Ferrara.
Ferrara. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Holden for a presentation.
Mr. President, am I last on the list?
You're never last, Nate. You're never last.
Well, just in case I am. I don't think you got another one. Last shall be first, and first shall be last. That's okay. Is that all right, Mr. President?
Can we quote that?
That's right. It's been quoted before. You read the Bible. Anyway, Mr. President, we have a distinct honor here to receive in the chambers a very, very fine individual and his party from Spain, known as Mr. Antonio Mario Tur. He's the mayor in Spain, born in July 22nd. Should I give you all that information that was written here? In 1940, that year, in San Jose, Ibiza, Spain. And whereas his early studies took him into San Jose, Ibiza, where he went on to receive his bachelor's degree in 1969, majoring in technical architecture at the University of Barcelona. He has held professional office in St. Antoni de Portmini, Ibiza, since 1970, where he has completed about 1,000 projects in collaboration with various architects. In 1983, he became president and founder of the Official College of Apprenticeship and Technical Architecture of Ibiza and Port Mintera. He went on, if you can't say Holden, it's okay. He went on to become president and mayor of the municipal government of St. Antoni de Portmini, elected by absolute majority in 3 legislative assemblies since 1987. He is also president-elect to the Popular Party of the St. Antonio de Portmini and a member of the executive committee of Ibiza and Port Mintera. Now, therefore, be resolved by the adoption of the resolution, the City of Los Angeles honors Antonio Mario Tur for his outstanding achievements in the field of architecture and wishes him continued success in years to come. I might add, Mr. President, that he has with him today, part of his delegation, is Frederick and Laurie Smith. They're with the Samatar Company, and they're very active here in the City of Los Angeles, and they also collaborating in a high-tech project with the mayor in Spain. We have a part of the party as well, Padre Jose Rubias Riera. He's the priest in charge of the port patrimony of the island of Ibiza. And we also have Vincente Costa, who's an economist, and she's married to Francisco Cardona, attorney specialist in the, can't see that? Urbanization. And we also have Jose Mir, an attorney specializing in urbanism. Right? Right. So it's indeed my pleasure, Mr. President, to receive Mayor Antonio Mayor Tur and his party to the California Los Angeles City Council chambers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. I must say I never dreamed to have the honor to speak to Los Angeles City Council. Thank you very much. And I hope sometimes I will have the honor to receive you in our island in Ibiza in Spain. Thank you very much indeed.
Mr. Mayor, as I present this resolution to you, I just want to say to you that not too many years ago when Mayor Bradley was here, he welcomed the King of Spain to our chambers. These are temporary chambers. We were in the old City Hall at the time, which is not being renovated. but you can just let the mayor know you've been here as well. Not the mayor, I mean, but the king.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Holden.
I just wanted to say something very briefly, that we're very proud. We have a major commercial project in the 10th district, and Councilman Holden's been a great help to us. But I think what's most interesting, in a world where one is supposed to think globally, we have these people from Spain here to see a development in his district. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, the next item.
Items 1 and 2, Mr. President, are required hearings for today's meeting.
Well, we have a motion to continue those items till 1 to May 6th and 2 to June 2nd.
Yes.
Is there, Mr. Savornich moves on those. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that'll be the order. Item number 3, we have a motion by Ms. Goldberg to continue until the 5th of May. If there's no objections, so ordered. Item number 4, we have a request to continue until May 15th, and Mr. Ridley Thomas so moves. If there's no objections, that'll be the order. Item 13, we have a motion to continue until the 15th of May, and Mr. Ridley Thomas so moves. That'll be the order. And is that it?
Item 23 in the next grouping, when you do get to items for which public hearings have been held, there's a motion on
Item
that.
23 is a motion by Ms. Chick to refer to the Public Safety Committee. There's no objection to that. That'll be the order. Okay, now we go from the next items. Wait a minute.
On the remaining items in that grouping of items 5 through 12 and 22 through 24, with the exceptions already noted, Mr. President, these are items for which public hearings have been held.
Okay, Mr. Wax wants to call 5 special? And what other items are there? Any other specials by council members? (10, 11, and 12). Any others? If not, prepare the roll on the balance. Wait, we have 14. There's a different recommendations that differ? Huh? All right. Is there any? Okay, so
There was an additional recommendation by Budget and Finance, but Walters has moved Transportation Committee report.
Okay.
The additional recommendation is not here. What was that? Maybe call it special until we find out.
Okay, we'll call 14
Or hold it on
special.
the desk.
We'll call 14 special. So prepare the roll on the balance. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
Those are approved. Next item.
The next group, Mr. President, items for which public hearings have not been held are items 15 through 21.
I thought we just did those.
Excuse me, Mr. President, on item 5, all I did was want to vote no. I don't have to hold it up, so unless you want to debate, so you could open the roll.
Okay, prepare the roll on item number 5. Tabulate the vote. Here.
Give the clerk a minute here to get that set.
Okay, do we have it open? Prepare the roll.
Yeah.
Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes. Oh, no, 12 ayes, 2 noes.
Well, yeah, it's recorded as a no. Okay. All right, forthwith on that. Next item. 15 through what did you say?
15 through 21?
15 through 21. Are there any? These are hearings?
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay, we have somebody wants to be heard on 21, so we'll call that one special. Anybody else want to be heard in any of those items? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed except for 21. Any specials by council members?
Mr. President, on 19J, we just want to have a substitute motion to change technically the streets involved. It's not a big deal.
Do what? I didn't hear that.
Just substitute 19J so we have the correct streets listed.
Okay, there's no objections to that correction. So prepare the roll on those items. Tabulate the vote.
Where is it? 14 ayes.
Those are approved. Next item.
Item 14, special.
No, we have,
We have another one. Item 10, special by Goldberg.
Ms. Goldberg, you call 10 special?
Yes, I just wanted to know in this contract whether or not it had gone to the Bureau of Contract Administration for determination as to whether or not living wage was appropriate. I have no idea what it is, so I'm just asking whether or not that step was taken. The reason I ask that is because we've had quite a large number of contracts that were never submitted to BCA for that determination. And so I'm just trying to find out whether or not that step was taken. Was this contract submitted?
No, it was not. This is a long-term contract we've had for a number of years, and this is the third amendment for a time extension. These are professional property acquisition specialists we use.
What is the amount of the amendment?
I'm not sure. It's under about $50,000.
If it's over $25,000, the amendment should have been submitted to the BCA, Bureau of Contract Administration for determination. They turn it around in 24 hours.
Okay, we can,
So I'd like to hold this and ask you to do that,
we'll do it.
and they'll bring it right back to you. But we're trying to get everybody to get into this pattern. They have the staff to give it right back to you.
We'll do it.
Okay, so I'd like to hold this till Wednesday, so you have the chance to do that. Thank you.
Could be continued until Wednesday. Next item is 11.
11.
Ms. Goldberg?
Yes, I just wanted to get some understanding of the acquisition of property on an expansion and whether or not that's in a plan that we've approved or not approved. I'm confused. I don't follow this closely, I have to admit, so I just don't know where we are, and because it's a lot of money, and there was no indication as what was the source of the money for buying it in the report, so I'd just like to get a little more information.
Certainly. Lydia Kennard, Deputy Executive Director, Los Angeles World Airports. This acquisition is actually being undertaken as a result of our sound mitigation program. It's within our high noise level area. And so pursuant to FAA requirements, we can either sound insulate or acquire. And many of the ownerships here had indicated that because it's such a heavily noise impacted area, it would be most prudent to solve the problem forever. So we will be acquiring, and we will be relocating and ultimately demolishing these.
Does that also apply to the next item?
The next item, however, is a commercial industrial area that is just immediately adjacent to the airport, and it is not in our sound mitigation program.
So it's being acquired because?
It is immediately adjacent to the airport, and it just behooves us ultimately to control our destiny.
Okay, and the source of the money to pay for both of these?
The first source is through FAA PFC, which is the ticket tax money. The second source is through airport revenues.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
11 and 12, is there anybody in the audience who wants to be heard on these? We don't have any cards, so the public hearing is closed. Okay, Ms. Galanter?
I just want to say that this will surprise you that I actually voted for these particular acquisitions, but I did. And perhaps one further item is worth noting here in the council. That is on the residential property. The airport is legitimately stuck between a rock and a hard place. These are apartment buildings in an area that's very noisy. They happen also to provide almost the only affordable housing within a very short distance of the airport. And I've been talking with the airport, and they've agreed that they need to look seriously at finding something perhaps analogous to what was done with the Century Freeway, but to make a serious effort, if possible, to actually relocate the buildings. But if the buildings are not in good enough shape to be relocated, certainly to help the residents and to help the supply of affordable housing so that the residents will have some place to move to in a relocation program. So we have a commitment to work toward ensuring that there will continue to be a supply of affordable housing so that the relocation programs will work. Just to be clear on the noise mitigation money has been around for a number of years. We've only had it for a few years. But the city of Inglewood, for example, which is immediately east of the airport, has used nearly all its noise abatement money to retire residential property and turn it into some other kind of use. And we've been moving forward finally with soundproofing residential property, but this one is going to be really hard to do. And in both cases, and I think we're probably going to see more of this, the owners of property in the area near the airport are coming to the airport and saying, listen, I've had enough, just buy it, take it off my hands. And they're better off doing that than having somebody else come in and do it again.
Mr. Savornich?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. The one other piece that the committee also discussed was to make sure that as the tenants begin to be relocated and the buildings start to be vacated, that between the period where the buildings are vacant and we actually raise them or move them, that the buildings don't become a blight in the neighborhood. And that was also brought up by the committee, and we were reassured by the staff of airports that they would make sure that indeed would not happen.
Okay, prepare the roll on 11 and 12. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Those are approved. Forthwith on those items. The next item,
14, called special.
Mrs. Walters, there was some...
Yes, two things, Mr. President. Before we deal with 14, I'd like permission to be recorded as no vote on item 5.
Yeah, you and Mr. Savornich both. Okay. Next item.
All right.
Go ahead.
And on item 14, the Budget and Finance Committee concurred with a transportation, but had added that the CAO be instructed to consult with DOT, and the information is attached to the report on the file, that we
Wait a
wanted to
minute.
just add another item.
How many of them recorded as no vote? Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're just asking, Budget and Finance has one item they want to be added.
So you can
to this
actually
report.
adopt both.
Adopt both reports.
I didn't need to make a fuss about it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, do we have a,
14A and B, Mr. President.
okay, prepare the roll on that. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
That is approved. Next item.
21, a card was submitted.
Okay, we have a Bill Jasper wants to be heard. Mr. Jasper? You want to be heard on
Thank you.
21?
I'm Bill Jasper, and I represent the owners of a commercial property in the Yucca Corridor. One of these owners is a charitable trust that has contributed hundreds of thousands of dollars to the City of Hope for AIDS and cancer research. The barricades have been very destructive to this property. The motion you're about to consider seeks to continue the illegal closure of Yucca Street in Hollywood and should be rejected for the following reasons. One, business owners and residents alike have been severely hurt by this closure. Over the past 3 years that these barricades have been in place, local businesses such as cleaners, a photo store, beauty shop have been severely hurt. The shopping center that we have owned for over 35 years contained 6 stores, in which 4 stores, including a laundromat and a pizza restaurant that were open for over 35 years, are vacant and cannot be rented because of this closure. Many residents, as well as business owners and employees, have signed petitions asking for the removal of the barricades. 2, the 18th Street gang that terrorized the corridor left the street over 2 years ago thanks to the LAPD crash unit, which should be given credit for the work they did on the street. The need for any barricades has long since disappeared, even if they were needed in the first place. 3, the requirements of the state law have never been met in the following respects. 1, reports by the Department of these are previous reports by the Department of Transportation, Bureau of Engineers, and the police department were completely inadequate in addressing state requirements. There was no objective analysis made by these departments. Traffic on surrounding streets has been adversely affected. At an intersection just 2 blocks from Yucca Street, a traffic count revealed that it is already at a gridlocked 58,000 cars. Prior hearings that were held did not meet the required notification to residents. There are over 7,000 residents in the Yucca corridor. For almost all the hearings that were conducted on this matter, there was almost no notification to residents. The notification for the last council meeting went to less than 30% of the residents and did not include many residents adjacent to the barricades. If the same mailing list is used this time, there will be many residents who will be excluded from notification. 3, the last council vote was an ex post facto approval of barricades that were kept in place more than 1 year beyond the time they were required by state law to be removed. Right now, these barricades required by state law are required by state law to be removed by May 9th. Again, the barricades will be kept in place illegally. 3, the barricades create hazardous conditions that have caused accidents and hamper emergency vehicles such as fire trucks and ambulances, placing residents in jeopardy. 4, delivery of freight to commercial locations have been seriously impeded. I agree with Councilman Alarcon, who removed some street barricades in the valley and said that they were of no value in deterring drug dealing. I ask you to side with the many residents and business people of Yucca Street who want the freedom to use this street, who don't want emergency vehicles delayed, who don't want commercial vehicles impeded, and who want traffic burdens relieved, who don't want obstacles that create accidents, and above all, want the city to observe and not violate state law as its citizens are expected to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jasper, but I just want to point out that this is just to hold a public hearing on May 13th, and we will remember what you said, and unless you want to be heard again on May 13th, but this is just to allow for a public hearing. Ms. Goldberg?
Yes, on item 2 on this item, there was actually a typographical error, and it should read, direct the city clerk land records division with the cooperation of the Bureau of Engineering, the Department of Transportation, and any other city departments. We reversed it, so I'd just like to move that we make that correction to item 2 that says that direct the city clerk land records division with the cooperation of the Bureau of Engineering, and then delete the part that says Bureau of Engineering with the assistance of the city clerk of the records division.
Okay, there's no objections to, well, you still want the transportation department in there, though?
I want everything else left the same.
Okay, just changing those order. Okay, there's no objections, and then we'll move approval on this as amended, and it will be a public hearing on May 13th. Next item. Well, prepare the roll. That's tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
That is approved. Next item.
Special 1, Mr. President, is a motion introduced this morning by Councilmember Fuhrer. The necessary findings will have to be made prior to Council's action on the motion. City Attorney will explain the findings to you.
City Attorney?
Yes, thank you. Gail Weingart, Assistant City Attorney. On April 10th, an 82-year-old widow, Sybil Silvestri, was killed execution style in her apartment. The police have identified one suspect but have requested the reward because they believe 2 other people are involved, and therefore the council would need to make the findings that the need to act arose after the posting of the agenda, and there's an immediate need to act.
Yeah.
Okay, prepare the roll on the findings. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
That matter is before us. Any discussion on Special 1?
Just move it, Mr. President.
If not, prepare the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
That is approved. Forthwith on that. Next item.
This is time for comments from the public on non-agenda items.
Is there anybody in the public that wants to be heard? We have no cards. None but I want to be heard. Seeing none, the public Public comment period is closed. Next item.
Motions for posting and referral.
There's no objections, unanimous vote.
Excuses on the desk. Councilman Hernandez has requested to be excused city business to leave at 10:30. Oh, that was on May the 5th. Coming up next week, meets council policy.
Unanimous vote.
Councilmember Sabornis has requested to be excused personal business May 26th through the 27th and June 5th. I need a motion for June 5th. The other dates meet council policy.
All right, Mr. Wax moves, unanimous vote.
Councilmember Burnson has requested to be excused city business Wednesday, May 13th, meets council policy.
Unanimous vote.
Councilmember Goldberg requests to be excused city business to leave between 11 and 11:30 next Tuesday, May the 5th, meets council policy.
Unanimous vote.
And Councilmember Walters has requested to be excused city business June 24th and 26th. Both dates meet council policy.
Unanimous vote. Anything else before us?
The desk is clear, Mr. President.
Okay. We have adjourning motions.
One could be excused without breaking a quorum.
Mr. Holden, you're welcome to be excused anytime you want. The next, would everyone please stand? We have adjourning motions. Members of the council, I move that we adjourn in memory of Raymond J. Sullivan, leaves his daughter and 2 granddaughters, and ask we adjourn in his memory. Ms. Goldberg?
I'd like to ask that we adjourn in memory of Domingo Ramos, born April 16th, 1918, and died April 25th, 1998. He won the Purple Heart during World War II during the defense of Corregidor. He was in the prisoner of war camp O'Donnell at Capaz, one of the witnesses to the signing by President Clinton of the proclamation honoring the Filipino World War II veterans. He was an activist and a lobbyist for the Filipino Veteran Equity Bill. His services were this morning. There'll be a rosary tonight at Forest Lawn, and tomorrow it will be the internment at Forest Lawn at 1 o'clock.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, Mr. President, members of the council, it's with great sadness that I ask us to adjourn in memory of someone who we as a council have honored in the past, and that was Aurora Castillo. Mrs. Castillo was known as one of the key leaders in the Mothers Against the Prison, the Mothers of East Los Angeles. She was honored also by the Goldman Foundation for organizing basically a prize for all of North America, and also served as a schoolmaster at Resurrection School. And Mrs. Castillo will be missed because she basically symbolized what the mothers were about and the reality that she stood up for her community and wanted nothing but the best.
Vornich?
Council, I'd ask that we adjourn in memory of John Smith, who recently passed away. Mr. Smith was a remarkable individual. Back in the early 1980s, he and his buddy Joe Vernick, being veterans of the Merchant Marine and the Second World War, went to Washington, D.C. and convinced the United States Congress to hand over to the United States Merchant Marine vets of the Second World War a victory ship that they were going to scrap. John and Joe went and had the ship brought to the port of Los Angeles, and they, with many others, with tender, loving care, brought that ship back to life, which it is now berthed down underneath the Vincent Thomas Bridge, and 4 times a year goes on cruises and serves as a floating historical monument to the merchant mariners of the Second World War. John was the vice president of the association, a true gentleman in every sense of the word, and when we tried to think of individuals who would not take no for an answer and who had the can-do spirit that makes us all proud, John was one of them.
Yeah.
All members,
all
I think,
members on that. Call the roll.
Lane Victory.
Aye, the council is adjourned.